Okay, eighth graders, thank you for watching. This lesson is on similar triangles. And this will go on your notes. All right, and you're going to use this for reference in the big ideas assignment that you'll hopefully be completing in a minute. All right, we have similar triangles. All right, we talked about congruent triangles before. Congruent triangles are triangles that have the same shape and size. So congruent goes here. Basically, congruent means that they're the same. All right. So congruent triangles have the same shape and size, but this lesson is on similar triangles. All right. Similar triangles do have the same shape, but not necessarily the same size. All right. So think if two people are similar, they might look a little bit alike, but they're definitely not the same person. Same thing with similar triangles. They have the same shape, both triangles, but they are not always the same size. All right. If I remember going too fast on the video, please pause it and then you can catch up. All right. Pause, rewind, whatever you need to do. All right. Here it says two triangles are similar if, well, they're similar if corresponding angles are congruent. So basically, when we see a triangle, there's going to be two matching angles. If they are the same degrees or measurements, they're congruent. And they're also similar if the ratio of the corresponding sides are equal. Okay. We're talking about ratios a little bit. Number 3, if two angles in one triangle are congruent. All right, so if two triangles have two angles that are congruent, so if they're congruent to two angles in another triangle, that means the third angles must be congruent. All right, so two triangles, it has one pair of congruent angles, another pair. That third pair have to be the same. Right? That's what it says. Triangles with two pairs of congruent angles are similar. All right, let's look at these examples. It says, are the triangles below similar? Justify your answers. Well, number 4 just says triangles with two pairs of congruent angles are similar. Well, I see 80, that's one pair. 50, that's another pair. So just by that rule, yes, it's congruent. Why? Two pairs of congruent angles. So they're all automatically congruent. All right, and obviously if this congruent, both of these are congruent, this third angle is going to be the same as well. And we know that the measure of a triangle is 180. So this is 80 plus 50 is 30. This has to be 50, and that has to be 50. This has to be. Okay, let's check to see if these two triangles are similar. Let's just find the third side of each triangle, right? We know this is 110. This is 50. That equals 160. You know, all three add up to 180. You subtract 160 from both sides. You know, x equals 20. Okay. So let's see if this is 20 over here. We have 40 plus 110 is 150 plus x equals 180. Subtract 150 from both sides. X equals 30. All right. So since these two triangles do not have at least two angles that are the same, no, it is not similar. Okay. Or they only have one pair that's the same. All right, let's try this one before you guys start practicing your own. It says, explain how you know that the two triangles below are similar. Find the missing angles, then find the missing side length. Okay, let's look at the angles first. Got 72 here, and then we have missing, missing. This is missing, this is missing. All right, so for this one, let's find the missing angle. We've got 72 and 48. You want to add those together. What is that, 150? I mean 120. 120 plus x equals 180. No, 130, I'm sorry. Late. Oh, this 120. 120. Which means x equals 60. Huh. I don't even have to figure what out this angle is because these two triangles have this side in common, it's the same, and this side in common. So automatically we know that they are similar. So yes, similar. All right, and this is also said, let's find this missing side length. All right, so we know that congruent triangles have a ratio. The ratio of course corresponding sides are equal. So basically, I have z over 12 must have the same ratio as 30 over 48. Kind of did this a couple weeks ago. Let's cross multiply. Z times 48 is just 48z. And 30 times 12 is 360. I don't have a calculator. 48. Divide both sides by 48. And then this is z equals 7.5, I think. Yeah, 7.5. Okay. Ratios are the same. All right, there is a backside. I want you to pause the video, see what you can answer, and then come back and see if you got it right. Okay? Pause the video now. Okay, welcome back. We're going to quickly go through these 5 problems, kind of correct your work. Or maybe you didn't even leave, who knows. All right, this says, are the triangles below similar? Justify your answer. All right, let's check the angles. I've got 85 here. I've got 44 and 46. So let's go ahead and check this third angle over here to figure out. All right, so we've got 85 plus 44 plus x equals 180. All right, 85 and 44 is 129. I should have brought a calculator, but it's okay. All right, subtract 129 from both sides. X equals 51. All right, so let's see what we have here. So automatically we have one pair congruent, but there's a 46 over here, and there's no 46 over here. So automatically I know that no, not similar. Okay, check number 2. Let's check. Let's do this one. We got 98 plus 24. What is that? 122 plus x equals 180. Subtract 122 from both sides. X equals 58. What do you think about that? Are these similar or not? Well, let's see. We've got 24s that are the same. I've got 58 that are the same. So yes, because they have 2 congruent sides. I mean angles. 2 congruent angles. Okay, 3 more. Are these 2 triangles similar? All right, let's check the third side on this one. We know that this is 90, this is 40, which is 130. Let's means our missing side must be 50. So we have both 90s, but there's no 55 over here. So this cannot be similar. Not similar. Because only one pair of angles are congruent. All right, number 4, the triangles below are similar. So it's telling us that these two are similar. And it says find the missing angles. So my people, who remembers what type of angles these are that are opposite from each other? Yes, these are vertical angles. So if this is 32 degrees, this must be, yes, 32 degrees. Okay? Which means 75, 32. These must be the same over here. Let's figure out what it is. So we have 75 plus 32, which is 107, plus x equals 180. Subtract 107 both sides. X equals 73. So that's 73, and that's 73. All right, last one. It says explain how you know that two triangles below are similar. So they are similar. How do we know? Find the missing angles and then find the missing side lengths. So let's look at the angles. So I see one pair of congruent angles. But do we have another pair? Let's see. Let's go with this one. We've got 123 and 28 plus x. Does that equals 180? All right, 123 plus 128. It is I think 52 or 151. 151. Doing this in my head. I'm sorry. Plus x equals 180. Subtract 151 from both sides. X equals 29. So this is 29. So it's asking, how do we know that these are congruent? Well, I have one pair of congruent sides angles. I've got two pair of congruent angles. Okay. Let's see if I can find the missing side lengths. So the ratio of the sides have to be the same. So 15 over 32 must equal z over 75. I can't do this in my head. 32 times z is 32z. Do I have a calculator nearby? Let me grab a calculator.